Hello everybody, this is CLMyDF and I'm gonna review a Disney animated film which everybody calls its worst animated film. That film is Chicken Little. Back in 2005, Chicken Little was released in theaters. While it was a success at the box office, critics literally panned this movie for how mean-spirited, how it was not trying to be funny, and why it didn't work as a CGI movie. And I'm here to tell you about that. So let's start off with the story for this movie. The story is about Chicken Little, who notices that the sky is falling. But after when he wins a baseball game and proves to everybody that he's not crazy, it actually figured out that there is a piece of the sky that fell off. And it has aliens to do with it. So he gets his friend Abby, fish out of water, and runt of the litter to help him stop these aliens from attacking their planet. Now, let's just listen out. The concept for this movie is brilliant. I actually like the concept. But it's just the execution on how they messed it up. A lot of stuff I didn't like in this movie was mostly the father, and I'll get to him soon. The animation, and while the animation is subpar, it really has problems. Like how they try to use slapstick in most of the scenes where it's trying to show some heart in it. As well as most of the background characters looking all the same but with different skin. It wasn't that good to say. But there are some positives. Like, my first positive about Chicken Little is how they got the chemistry with Chicken Little and his friends. It's actually pretty good. And I honestly think Abby's the best character in the movie. Because, one, she's kind, she knows what to do, she helps Chicken Little with all of his problems. Yeah, it was good. Then, we get the aliens. The aliens, in my opinion, have the best design in the movie. They have good animation, and second, they're pretty adorable. I mean, there's one named Kirby, and who never knew that there was another character that was so cute that was named Kirby. But yeah, back to Chicken Little. And second thing, why do people call this movie bad? And I'll tell you. Oh, I'm sorry. I would like to say, Gary Marshall, rest in peace. You did a lot of good things. Happy Days, while it's a very iffy sitcom, I still thought it was average. But I think your character in this movie was just bad. Yep, Buck Cluck. A lot of people consider Buck Cluck to be one of the worst parts in this movie, and I literally agree with you. Buck Cluck is just, no, I really hate this guy. He is one of the worst cartoon characters I've ever seen. And one of the worst animated Disney character I've seen up to date. I'm sorry. This guy is so neglectful to his own son that the point that he doesn't want to sympathize with him and try building a connection. This is why I wouldn't really watch this film. If I would watch this film just skipping the parts with this guy. I literally hated him. And don't give me that sad face, Buck. I know what you did. You tried to make this movie more sympathizing for the adults. But no, just no. More problems I have with the movie is the way how they do the comedy. When I first saw the movie, I was questioning, did I just see Indiana Jones? And yes, they literally showed stock footage from Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I was like, I'm confused. Like, isn't this supposed to be a world for anthropomorphic animals, and yet they're watching a movie with a human? Do they even know what humans are? And another problem with the comedy is that it tries to be like Shrek, and I literally mean that. When they have characters coming from storybooks, just like Shrek, also with comedy, just like Shrek, even like pop culture, like places, that was like Shrek. So, out of all these problems, do I still think Chicken Little is a bad movie? No, I still think it's not a very bad movie. Like, this film made its mark in history, mostly in animation history. This Chicken Little was the first ever 3D animated film to come out, and that's actually a true accomplishment, even if Disney wants to regret having this film. And I've seen a lot worse Disney movies, and if I were to do the worst Disney animated features, I would put Chicken Little around number 10. For the final verdict, I give Chicken Little a 5 out of 10. It's a very mediocre movie. And also, back in around 1943, there was some around 1943 during World War II, where animation studios just had to make films about the war. There was Chicken Little, the 1943 short, while not having it kind of follows what The Fable did, and not having aliens and pop culture references, is just a normal short, where we see Chicken Little in his early age, trying to say that the sky is falling, and with the roles being reversed. So, yeah, Chicken Little gets a 5 out of 10. And if I really had to compare this to Shrek, I'd rather choose Shrek, because Shrek is more funny, it has good characters, and animation, while not great in this decade, but was good